Now, when asked if he would be making a trip with the team, Dak told reporters, quote, "I think that would spoil the fun." So, Shannon, does Dak play on Sunday, and do the Cowboys win?
Dak plays, Vikings win. Dak doesn't play, Vikings win. Okay, what part about that didn't you get?
I understood both sides of that.
Okay, good.
All right.
So that way, come Monday, not only am I going to get some DEW, I need it DUE. It needs to be due. The due needs to be due on Monday. 2 cases right now. You want it?
I might get, over the weekend, a DUI on DEW, because I might get drunk on due, because I'm going to win so much.
Because you're not going to win.
Okay.
You know what Zim does?
What, who does?
Zimmer, Mike Zimmer. Yeah.
Now he's Zim? He's barely clinging to his job, and he's Zim?
Yep.
I know Mike Zimmer from way, way back when he was the Cowboys DB coach. Okay. I'm going to be very specific about this. If Dak Prescott does play, and you said the other day on a scale of 1 to 10, you think it's a 10 that he does play.
10.
So Shannon Sharpe is all but guaranteeing Dak will be in the lineup on Sunday night, Halloween night at Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what Jerry told me.
Okay, Jerry told you so, and in Jerry you trust.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. When it comes to the Cowboys, I do.
Okay.
I do.
So if, in fact, that happens, I want 3 cases on my Dallas Cowboys, because I got this.
You up? Did I say it too? You want an extra case?
3 cases on the Dallas Cowboys if Dak is able to play the whole game.
No, ain't no whole game. If Dak starts the game, if he starts, I ain't doing that.
You want an out?
No, ain't no out.
Well, what if he can't go? What if it pulls in the first series?
So let me ask you a question. Is that how Vegas does it? Does Vegas say, well, you know what, the spread is 3, but if this guy doesn't play, well, we know it's all the bets are off? No.
Okay. What if I told you all week? If Dak plays, they win. If Cooper Rush plays, they lose. I'm on record.
If Dak Prescott starts the game,
I need starts and finish.
No.
Well, why not?
No, come on.
This is ridiculous.
No.
Well, they're scared to death about him playing anyway. And by the way, if I had to bet on whether he plays or not, I would slightly bet not. Because all the signs that all the tea leaves yesterday I was trying to read suggested he's not going to play. What did he say? It's not my call. He says they don't want it to linger. Well, they're looking at a 3.5-game lead in the NFC least, and I think Jerry is sitting back saying, you know what?
No.
We'd love to have the #1 seed, but we need Dak for the duration. So let's shut him down for 1 more game and try to get him right for the stretch run here.
Dak Prescott, you talking about tea leaves. Jerry Jones was drinking tea when he said what he said. He said it's not even a thought in his process. It's not even on his mind, his thought process. It's not even there.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that man at his word. But I'm not going to try to give you no caveat, no out, where you talk about whether Dak starts and finishes. No.
Well, obviously, if he pulls his calf in the first series and I got Cooper Rush for, 49/50ths of the game, then how am I going to win the game?
I've never seen Fox Bet place a bet like that. That ain't no prop bet.
Okay,
they don't do prop bets like that.
Okay, but he has a very iffy calf pull. Very iffy. So what if he tries and says, I don't think I can go?
Do you want the bet? Dak plays.
Somebody's shaking in somebody's boots.
I ain't shaking nowhere. No, I'm just not going to give you no out, because I know that's what you want. I want you going to talk about...
Well, that would be the all-time valid, justified, authentic out, is if Dak...
Do you want the 3 cases, Skip?
I do want the 3
cases. Okay, then, there you go. We got the 3 cases.
You know what? I feel so sorry for you, because I've beaten you so badly with so much due. I'm so many cases up. I've lost track. It's somewhere up in the 30s.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you a break.
Okay.
I'll say if Dak starts the game, I'm going to also think that he's going to finish the game. And I got 3 cases on my Dallas Cowboys.
We got 3 cases regardless. We got 3 cases regardless.
And the reason I got 3 on Dak Prescott is because he is now 4-1 against Kirk Cousins, who I will call Kurt Cousins today, because he's more Kurt than Kirk to me. You just bet 3 cases on Kurt Cousins. Good luck.
Hold on. He was supposed to have a better record than what he got. because they missed a walk-off against Arizona. You saw that. Everybody saw that. They just ran up almost 600 yards against Carolina.
They did.
Now Carolina got a good defense because you was singing their praises. You was just singing their praises when the Cowboys did what they did to Carolina and how good a defense it is. Now, when Kirk Cousins hangs almost 600 yards on them, now you're talking about they're not very good, and he isn't very good. But your day was coming. Y'all, I don't know how the Cowboys always manage to, coming out of a bye week, play on a Sunday night. How is that possible? Do they call Commissioner Goodell? And Jerry's like, you know, hey, we coming out the bye, we need to be on the Sunday night.
You know what? It's the same way LeBron gets to play 12 of his first 15 games at home, and the first 2 road games are at San Antonio and at Oklahoma City. Way to go, LeBron.
Are they teams? Are they NBA teams?
Yeah. Barely.
They know barely nothing. But Skip, you got to realize now, you look at Thielen and you look at Justin Jefferson, who's better than you know who. You know that, I know that. Dalvin Cook can run the football.
He can.
And that defense.
It's pretty good. They lead the league, or they're tied for the lead in sacks. So Dak could be up against it, limping around on that Aaron Rodgers Memorial pulled calf.
This man ain't seen the man practice. He ain't seen nothing. He already talking about the man going to be limping. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Skip,
so
trying to sell
allow me to demonstrate how close Dak Prescott came to being 5-0 against Kirk Cousins, because the only Cousins victory was at Jerry World on November 10th, a Sunday night in 2019. And you remember this?
Yeah, I wasn't due on it. Of course I did.
Dak starts out at his 6-yard line, if we could see this, and just drives them right down the field. This was vintage Dak. He goes to Randall Cobb for 20 yards. And then he goes to Amari for 10 yards. I'll take that. Way to go. And then it's Gallup for 13 yards. Dak is getting hotter and hotter. And then he goes back to Amari again for 20 more yards. This is just hot-handed Dak at his best. Then he's got Jason Witten for 8 more. And then here we go to Amari again for another sweet 8 yards, which puts them, here we go, 2nd and 2 at the 11. They're down 4 points. And guess what? Hot-handed Dak gets the play call, and it's not throwing the football anymore. It's handing it to number 21. Could we see the next?
Well, you tried to burn some clock. You tried to burn some clock.
Oh, let's hand it to Zeke. At this point, the highest paid running back in pro football, and he goes 0. Zeke for 0.
The man ain't have no blocking.
Okay, way to go. And then we try it again. We say, okay, that didn't work. Let's try it again. And Zeke goes -3. And I'm saying, let him throw the ball.
Okay, now we've let it throw.
He's out of his mind hot right now. And so he does throw it, but guess who he throws it to? Zeke. And it's not open. And it's like, what are we doing? That's 4th down right there. And that was ball game. We had him on the run and on the ropes, throwing. And then we go 3 straight plays to Zeke. And that's when it began to become apparent to me that Zeke was no longer Zeke, that he came back from Cabo in his holdout. He got the most money of any running back in pro football, and it looked like he was running in Cabo Sand the next
that man didn't have no blocking. They was hitting the man in the backfield, Skip.
So that's the one game that Kirk Cousins survived. And would you believe that in every game they've played, in all 5 games, Dak has had a better QBR every time than Kirk Cousins? Would you believe that Dak's average QBR against Kirk Cousins is 73, while Cousins has a 57. 73 to 57.
57 ain't that bad.
I know, it's not that bad, but he's outplayed him every single time according to QBR, and you just bet 3 cases.
Sure did.
On Kirk Cousins. Congratulations.
But you and I both know Dak has always had the upper hand. He had the better team when he was in Dallas versus Cousins with the Washington football team.
Well, did he? I'm not sure about the rookie year team. I'm not sure about that. And do you remember what happened? Game number 2, we didn't even know what Dak and Zeke really were at that point. And Kirk Cousins has us on the ropes and is going in for a 10-point lead early in the 4th quarter. Do you remember this?
Oh, man, you got this.
Do you remember this? Do you remember this? He went to church. He went to Barry Church. Thank you, Kirk Cousins. That was the throw of the year. That made the Cowboys season right there. Was that interception?
They're in quarters. Well, you know good well you can't hit that on the backside.
And guess who? The rookie quarterback goes the other direction, 80 yards. And all of a sudden, my Cowboys are in business on the way to 13-3. 2 rookies leading them to 13-3, and that was the turning point.
Man, that was so long ago.
Thanks to Kirk Cousins. Thank you very much.
That's a new Cousins.
Yeah, is it?
It's a new day. Yeah, he went to a new church. He got a new church.
New old Cousins.
That's okay. You'll find out on Sunday night.
Oh well, you'll
find out Sunday night.
You just bet on Kirk.
I sure
Cousins,
did.
And I
Bet big.
love it.
Bet big.
My
on
team is refreshed, coming off a bye. I got the hottest defensive player in football in Trevon Diggs. I got Micah Parsons on the rise, taking over.
I think what has happened is your team is starting to read the press clippings. Jerry's starting to feel really good. Steven is feeling real good. Everybody's patting him on the back. Troy even said this team looks different. It feels different. Everybody's patting them. And the one thing I know about Cowboy players, they love reading the press clippings. They love that. They love seeing their name in the paper.
Well, I loved it last year when Andy Dalton went up to Minnesota and actually beat Kirk Cousins. He beat him. He didn't have a better QBR. It was actually 74-75 for Kirk Cousins. But the final score was 31-28 Dallas.
Okay.
There's just something about Kirk Cousins.
You're going to find out what it is. The W.
Really?
About to be 5-2.
Really?
Yep.
I got this. My team is on a roll, and it's starting to feel like a Super Bowl roll.
You see how you get? You starting to feel good. You starting to pat yourself on the back.
I like the body language. I like the swagger. All those things that you call cowboy things don't happen to this team.
Okay.
This team just keeps on keeping on, because this team will walk on the field, especially if their fearless leader is back in the starting lineup, and he's got to be for this bet to take place. If he's back in the lineup,
no. We bet 2 cases regardless. We got 3 cases bet regardless.
Regardless of Dak even playing?
Yeah.
We do not. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, 3 cases. The
Talk
Cowboys.
about revisions. You're so desperate you're making up bets. I didn't do that. I didn't accept that.
No, time out.
I said if Dak plays, we got 3 cases. If he doesn't, I said if Cooper Rush plays, we're going to lose.
Hold on, Skip.
I'm on the record.
Skip, who has the best guard in football? Who has the best tackle in football? Who has the best rookie in football? Who has the best receiving combination in football? Who has the best combo running back in football? And you mean to tell me you can't beat Cousins?
With Cooper Rush, guess what he is? He's